Hello, Wabash High School, and welcome to What's Happening This Week. Before I get into the meat of this week's message, I want to take a quick look at the calendar coming up. And quite frankly, there's not a whole lot going on through the week to distract you from classes and homework. So it's a great opportunity to get a head start on things and to get that strong start on your grades that we want you to have. Um, Looks like first thing, major thing on the calendar for the week is going to be on Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Co-ed varsity swimming and diving versus Huntington North. Then on Wednesday, those students involved in the entrepreneurship, looks like a Zoom meeting during advisory time, lunch advisory, and then at night, 6:30 at night, wrestling is going to take on Western on the road. Thursday, 5:30, co-ed varsity swimming and diving versus Marion at home. And then Friday, of course, 7 a.m. FCA, 2:43 between periods 6 and 7. We're going to have our Apache Way pass recognition. 6:15, boys JV basketball versus Manchester on the road at Manchester. But I really want to mention 5 o'clock, and they will probably be leaving a little earlier during the day, girls varsity wrestling state tournament. And this is being held at Hamilton Heights, but we want to give a special shout out this week to Kirsten O'Neill. She will be making her third trip to the Indiana Girls State Wrestling tournament. And first year, freshman year, she won it. Last year, she was runner up. This year, we just know she's going to win it. So, congratulations, Kirsten. Great season. Cap it off with a state tournament win, and we're all going to be rooting for you. So when everybody sees Kirsten, make sure you give her a good pat on the back and a well done, and tell her we're rooting for her at the state tournament. Saturday, during the day, we got co-ed varsity swimming and diving at Oak Hill. Boys varsity wrestling will be at the Concordia Invite, and then on the schedule is girls JV wrestling versus North Miami there. So that's a possibility. And then, of course, Sunday, nothing. So with that done, with that completed, we have the week's activities reviewed, and I want to take the rest of this week's message and review some different rules and policies that we have noticed everyone getting laxed with, including myself. I will admit that there have been some times this year, this first 9 weeks, especially, or first semester, especially as it's gone on, that I myself have gotten laxed on some things. So hopefully reviewing these will help make the rest of the school year easier for everybody. So first off, everybody should know where the rules and policies are located, where the student handbook is, and that is online at apaches.k12.in.us. Remember, at registration, a document was signed that acknowledged you knew where this was located, and that you would read and review it. So if you have not, shame on you. You might want to get that done quick. If you have, you might want to review it, because everything you need to know to survive the school year successfully is right there in that document. So couple things we want to review. As I mentioned in an email out to everybody earlier this week, effective Monday morning, no hoods, hats, head coverings, etc. whatsoever. When you enter the building, when you come through the front door, we want that hat and hood to come off. They need to remain off while you are in one of the buildings here. If you are passing between the buildings, for breakfast or lunch or whatever, yes, you can put your hat on. That is fine. Just make sure that when you come back into the building, the hood or the hat comes off. Okay? These rules apply for everybody. It doesn't matter who it is. The only approved headwear allowed is approved by Mr. Wieland or myself. So if you have something you think you should have approved, bring it in. We'll give you a yay or nay, but chances are it's probably going to be a nay. Hoods, hats off. Now, the reason for this, as I mentioned in the email, is that it is really a security reason, okay? With everybody wearing face mask, and then those people with hoods, there's not a lot of head showing basically. It's hard to identify students if we have to watch video. So this is strictly a safety issue that we're doing this, instituting this in. It is in the student handbook. You're not allowed to have these things. So we're going to, at this point in time, begin enforcing that. If for some reason you feel the need to do it and you ignore the directive to not wear that, don't get mad when you get in trouble, because we're giving you the opportunity. We've given you plenty of warning. We've said things off and on again all first semester. So at this point in time, they're done. Put them up. Don't wear them, and everything will be good. The other thing that we want to make sure that you're aware of is, under no circumstances are you to bring any blankets into school from home. If you're cold, layer your clothes. Learn to dress properly for the weather. Wear a sweatshirt or a sweater, but no blankets. Blankets aren't coats, and we don't want blankets in the building. And there's a good reason for that. So if you have questions in regards to that, just come see me or Mr. Whelan. We'll let you know. Face mask. Everybody, I know these things can be uncomfortable. I know they're hot. They're a pain in the neck. I don't like to wear them sometimes. I'll be the first to admit there's been a couple times I've walked up to the building or even to a store. Last night at the basketball game, almost went into the ball game because I just forgot about it. It wasn't on my mind and forgot about it. I know they're difficult. I know they're kind of a pain, but we got to wear them. Okay, we are in the middle of this pandemic. Wearing a face mask does work. So please make sure that you're wearing it while you're in the hallways, while you're in the classrooms. Make sure it is over your mouth and your nose. Don't wear it down. If you're not wearing it on your nose, then you might as well not be wearing it. Okay, so it needs to be over the face, over the mouth, over the nose. All right. I also want to mention, please consider how and when you wear your mask outside of school. You stand just as good a chance of contacting COVID outside of school as you do at school. And your decisions of what you do outside of school can affect not only those that are close to you at home, but they also affect your peers and teachers and everybody around you. So please do the right thing, protect yourself, think of others, protect others. Okay? Between classes, there's not to be any loitering in the hallways. All right? When that bell rings, you get out of your one class, you go to your next class. Plain and simple. If you have to use the restroom, come out of class, use the restroom, get out. We are starting to see a large number of people begin loitering in the restrooms, and this is something that we don't need to have happen. Okay? The restroom is it's not a place to kick back, relax, chill out, and hang out with your friends. All right? Get in there, get out of there, get to class. All right? If we have a continuing problem with this, we can always shorten that passing period to prevent it from happening. So make sure you're going to class. Point A to point B, straightest line, get there. There won't be any issues. Okay? Also want to make sure real quick, just so you're aware, if you're wearing an earbud, again, that's up to the discretion of the classroom, but make sure in the hallways you don't have both ears covered. You need to have one ear open so you can hear instructions, and if somebody is talking to you or if a teacher needs to get your attention. Okay. Another thing I want to bring up real quick is trash. We are beginning to see a large amount of trash in the hallways. Now, I know eating breakfast in the hallways, it's fine. Sometimes you can forget your trash there. It happens. People forget things. But if you're walking down the hallway or your friend forgets to pick up their trash, you know what? Just because it may not be your trash doesn't mean you can't do the right thing and pick it up. All right? Step forward, be polite, do the right thing, and pick up trash. Okay, if you're walking by a table at lunch and you see something laying there that didn't get picked up, pick it up and throw it away. Okay, that's the right thing to do. Okay, so please make sure we're doing that, both inside the building, outside the building, in the hallways, in the lunchroom. It doesn't matter. Everybody picks up the trash. All right, it doesn't matter who you are or what position you're in. Everybody picks up trash. And then the last thing I just want to bring up is, and this was actually brought up by a teacher asking me to remind you guys, everybody be respectful and be kind to each other. Okay. Um, when a teacher tells you something, they're trying to keep you out of trouble. They're trying to give you direction so that you're not going to make a mistake that's going to get you into trouble. Nobody wants you in trouble. No teacher wants you in trouble. Uh, you know, they don't want you out of the classroom. They want you in the classroom so you can learn. All right. We do not ask a tremendous amount from you students. Yeah, there are some things that we ask for you to do. There are some expectations we have on you, but they are not a lot. Okay, and we just want everybody to be respectful and kind to each other as we move through this second semester. There is a lot on everybody's plates. I know a lot of people are stressed, even though we've come back from 2 weeks off. Stresses build this time of year. Add to it a pandemic, the chance of sickness, the chance of being contact traced and quarantined. We get it. I get it. Everybody it can be tense at times. So think of others. Be polite. Don't just be thinking of yourself. And together, we all will be successful and have a great second semester. With that, thank you. Have a great week. And remember, it's a great time to be an Apache.